I know you're probably not gonna like this, but Billie Eilish is right. She is. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, there's a video that's going around of her in an interview where she said that eating meat is wrong, and if you eat meat, then you can't love animals, something like that. If you don't know, like, search it, it's everywhere at the moment. And yeah, she's right. I don't blame people for getting defensive though. Like, it makes sense, do you know what I mean? Like, if you've been doing something your whole life and then someone tells you it's wrong, you'd not, no, I don't want to believe that. Like, I'm not wrong. I care about animals. Of course I love animals. I'd never want my actions to contribute to animal. But no one wants that. No one does. And so when suddenly you're being told that, it's kind of like, no, that's not who I am as a person, which is understandable. I get it. Like, but the thing is, it's also not your fault either. For a lot of people, some people do know what happens in the industry and just don't care. But for people who don't know, which is the majority, because these industries have incredible marketing that makes it seem like it's this happy farm with, cows running in a field and, then it's like one bad day, but like that's not how it is. Like 85% of all meat in the UK comes from intense farming practices, comes from factory farming. It is not fun, it is not great, and realistically, my view anyway is that we shouldn't use animals for anything, regardless of whether they're treated nicely or not. Like, they're not for us to exploit, they're for us to leave alone, not for us to take from. That's my own personal view on it, but we're specifically talking about eating meat because that's what Billie Eilish was talking about. I completely understand why people are defensive, I do, but some of the comments that I've seen are just actually ridiculous. I don't actually agree that eating meat is inherently wrong. I know exactly what she was trying to say with this. However, in the actual words that she used, which as we all know, if you're saying anything to a large audience, or even just like as a small creator, like I have found that some people will just take something you say and just run with it and twist it and try and make it about something else. Like, people have taken these words and twisted them, and I know exactly what she meant, but for the people who don't, eating meat isn't actually inherently wrong. Like, the actual act of having it in front of you and eating it is not wrong. A lot of animals do that. It's very natural. We have the biology and the anatomy to do so. It's not wrong. However, what is wrong is this fact that we have a supply chain. It's not a food chain. It's not for survival. It's for money. It's industries producing, breeding these animals, these individual sentient beings that deserve the right to their life just as much as we do, and treating them as products and then selling their body for money, right? Like, that's what this is. And that's why it's wrong. So eating meat within itself is not actually wrong. It's the fact that we have this supply chain where we exploit animals. And that's how the majority of people get their meat or their animal products. And I kept seeing the same comments over and over again. People saying stuff like, oh, why don't you go tell the lions that? Like, it's obviously a completely different situation. If you can't see that, then I can't help you. People saying stuff like, oh, well, you can love animals because I love my cat, but I still eat, like, bacon, whatever. Like, that's not what she said. And this is exactly what I was talking about when I say that people take people's words and then just twist them and run with them to like fit their narrative of what they want to be right. If you want to say that you love all animals, then it means that you love all animals, right? Not just the ones that you have a personal connection with in your house. It means you love and you respect all animals and their lives, right? And even though, because I know people are going to be like, oh, vegans ignore crop deaths. Like, we don't ignore crop deaths. We just understand that there are sometimes deaths that are not preventable right now, right? What we should be advocating for is better farming practices to be able to protect the wildlife when we are farming our food. Not just saying, oh, well, some animals die when we harvest wheat, so we may as well exploit billions of other animals directly. It's not the same thing. Stop with this argument. It's stupid. And the thing is, like, you don't even need to love animals to understand their life is worth just as much to them as your life is worth to you. And so therefore, as humans, I don't think we have the right to dictate which animals deserve love, which animals deserve, having their lives taken away from them, whether that's, through end of life, or whether that's, them in laboratories where we use their body for things where we don't really need to, etc. Like, I believe that animals deserve the right to their life just as much as we do. So yeah, I think Billie Eilish is right. Like, I get what she was trying to say. Some of the wording was maybe a little bit off, but like, realistically, even as a celebrity, like, every single thing that you say is never going to come across perfectly how you mean it. And I understood what she said, and so from what I took from it, like, she is right. What other people have taken from it, they think she's wrong. And you know what, like, we're all entitled to our own opinion. And I just think that, like, if you genuinely believe that you can love an animal while also paying for their ill treatment or their exploitation, then it's probably something that might need just to have a look at it. I'm not telling anyone that they're bad. I'm not trying to tell anyone that's a bad person or they're wrong. I just think you should look into it, because it makes sense why people get defensive, but realistically, like, this is something that we need to be more aware of in the world, what our impact is on animals, and a lot of people aren't.